Okay, overview 2. Just got done putting the wheel back on and the transmission case back on. Also, a note that you don't want to over tighten your front or rear axle screws, because even though they're ball bearings, you don't want to tighten the ball bearings up too much, because then it'll fatten itself and tighten the entire wheel, and then you won't have excellent spin. Also, what I noticed that they put already set little like spacers, so you basically got good play right out of the box. Except the rear is a bit soft still, but you're supposed to get at least some bounce in your car. Even on mine, I have bounce in the back also. This makes it very well. I have some light bounce, but that's only if you do it very hard. So I'm going to take this off and put a higher set of spacers so it can get pretty much better bounce. Less bounce, I guess. Also, I bought the LED kit, which I'm going to be placing on the buggy, I guess. Oh, this actually has an on and off switch. I didn't see that. That's cool. That is cool. That's very nice. So I'll be able to turn the LEDs on and off if I wish. And look at that play in the... Oh. Look at that play in the steering. Not even turning the steering servo. Pretty crazy. They could have done a lot better in mounting the speed control and such forth, because at the moment the speed control on this is like falling over. I don't know why my camera's doing that. What I'm also gonna do, what's a freak, stop, stinking camera. What I'm also gonna do, I'm gonna get this rear bumper thingamajig and the wing right here for my desert truck, and basically gonna make it a buggy. You're probably all going, what the freak is a buggy? Well, a buggy is a new type of truggy that I'm going to invent, I guess. It's going to be basically a two-wheel drive truggy, technically. You know how you truggy's a four-wheel drive vehicle with 3 differentials and crap like that? Well, I'm going to invent the buggy, and it's going to be a two-wheel drive truck buggy version. And that's my first version. It's basically got the same entire hull as the desert buggy, but sure, the bumper is a bit different because it also has the roll cage mounted onto the top, as you can see in the front. The screws right here. So, and I actually see the bumper is a lot more braced. That's going to be a bit more difficult on this vehicle, because as you can tell, with the bumper in the desert truck, it's not hooked up to anything. So when it rams into something, it's going to have friction and be able to flex. This, no flexing. So if something bumps into the sucker, it's going to really destroy the entire roll cage. So, yeah. That's a downside to the buggy and not the desert truck. And I gotta get a new servo because this high-tech servo for $13 screwed itself. Let me undo this. That servo, my JR switch and such forth, my fan, and you're probably all wondering, where the freak are my LEDs? I still don't got any right there. Well, this is what I'm going to do with my LEDs. This is my LED, and I have to fix the other LED because it kind of fell off. I'm going to mount it like that, another one, basically. And this, I have a plug right here. You're probably all wondering, why the freak do you have a plug? Well, since this doesn't have the roll cage built into it like this does, I had to put my light switch right here instead, on top of the roofing. So I put my switch here and my battery right above it, and that way I'm going to be able to run the the plug for it, and just basically unplug the entire setup and be able to remove it like that. Boom. So I can put it on like this, have it all set. Doop doop. And another modification you want to do when you get your desert truck and you want to put LEDs is cut at least like this. A half moon shape right in the front. You're probably saying that's stupid, but look at the LED. Watch when I put the casing on. See? Now the wire doesn't friction with this LED. But with this casing on, it would be pushing down on the LED like this and would pop off. That cut makes a whole entire difference. Comparison. Desert buggy, desert truck. And this aluminum plane feels like crap though. Feels like plastic. I don't know if they can call that aluminum. Sounds like crap. But yeah, what they did make a mistake on making this is this entire cage cannot be removed unless you plan on removing shock towers, the roll cage, and everything. So you basically have to shove your finger straight up into the hole right here and slam up the thing. So I'm going to try and make a modification where I can just open this part like with two screws, like here and here, and basically have one of the sidebars cut. Thanks for watching. That was your overview. Now I'll give you a review of what my first impression thoughts are on this thing. Peace.